We are back broadcasting from the mystical forest, and we have a mystical message for you. So, are you ready? Are you feeling kinda different right now? Because life after the Great Conjunction, the 2021 is coming, and the great question is there actually any difference right now? I still see people stressed, I still see kinda panic around here, and I don't know if things are actually changing. So, those are really amazing questions because right now things are about to change on a really greater level. But most of the times, people which their minds are kinda closed, they can't see a brighter vision. So they can only see what is around them. When we are under stress, we have like heightened senses for sensing the reality. Not the possibilities of the reality, but the reality that it is right now, the present state. So, what is actually happening after the Great Conjunction? Firstly, I can tell you what I've experienced through those processes. I'm an artist, I'm painting for the last almost like 3 years. I'm painting almost every single day, but I've never felt so inspired, so creative ever before than in the moments like that, in the last days. I truly feel inspired. I feel inspired to create, and I feel kinda urged to create, like I need to do it. I feel that push from the universe. I need to do it. People need to see it, people need to find it out. Because art is really amazing tool to see that there's something more than meets the eye. And it's amazing, so I can tell you more about it. Also, my girlfriend Maya, she said like, I truly feel inspired right now. She had some blocks about her work. She didn't know what is her passion. But recently, when like 2 days before, she woke up and she was inspired. She knew exactly what she wanted to do. And then I started receiving messages from people all around the world. Like they woke up and they just felt something deeper. They felt better, they felt more relaxed, they felt kinda ease of everything. And I started thinking, well, maybe I'm not alone here. Obviously, I'm not. Like many of us are waking up. Many of people are waking up. And the Great Conjunction, as many people said, the Great Portal is opening for the new energy. We can find it out through our ancient ancestors. Like, if we go in any tradition, in any religion, in any ancient tradition, we can find one thing that is in common. All different traditions were explaining that the times around our time right now, since 2008 to 2012, we will go through a cycle of change. And this cycle will be really powerful because all different traditions were explaining this change that will happen or that is happening right now as a great, great moment where people will remember who they are. So, those were our ancient ancestors. They said that they will remember us at the moments when they will go through those changes. And now we are going through the changes, but there's still a major change that needs to happen, and it's a change in our thinking patterns. Because most of people are holding to the past, and I was talking a lot about it. Most of us are holding to the past, and when things like that happens, when things start changing, we rather hold to the past and we say, I will wait here until things get back to normal. And we are all familiar with it because sometimes when people are losing jobs or when relationships are falling apart or when we lose whatever we lose, we say, I will wait that it will come back to me. I will wait that it will be over and things will go back to normal. But the nature is not going back to normal. The nature is not about going back to normal. The nature is about movement, about growth, about developing. And we were talking a lot about it since now. So we need to look around in the nature and we need to start learning from the nature, like our ancient ancestors did. They were looking the stars, like Mayas for example, and they've learned that each zodiac sign is actually teaching us something. It is actually creating a great effect on the world, on the earth, and on the people on earth. So it's kind of important on which part of the galaxy the planet is, at which time, and what is happening. Because they were explaining, like, when the Earth is traveling further from the core of the galaxy, people are forgetting who they are. Like the core of galaxy, we could explain it as the core of energy, the source of energy, the source of vibration, electrical and magnetic vibrations, energy. That's what the energy is. So when the Earth was traveling further from the core, people were losing the sense of who they are. So they started building sculptures and creating stories which would remind them who they are. And we can find many of the stories now. We can find many of the artworks from that. Many of different things which can remind us of what reminds them who they were, who we are. But then at some point the Earth will start coming back closer to the core, and that's where we are now. We are now going back closer to the core, based by the Maya's calendar, based by the ancient traditions, the messages from our great ancient ancestors. And we are now coming back closer to the core. And what we are calling now in the modern times, some are calling New Age, but again, according to Maya's calendar, this is now age. This is now age. What in the past we were talking New Age. This guy is talking that thoughts are affecting on reality, that you need to meditate. This is some New Age thinking. This is now age. This is now age because as we are explaining that the Earth and the collective consciousness is going into the fifth dimension. I was explaining before, the fifth dimension is all about unity. The fifth dimension is all about understanding, is all about knowing the purpose behind what we are doing. It's not like in third dimension, most of the times we don't know the purpose. So we are just doing what we are doing, thinking that it's not affecting on anything, but then suddenly when comes changes we say, oh, what a bad luck, I have such a bad luck. What is happening? Because we didn't see the purpose when we created actions, but each action is causing reaction. We know that. So in fifth dimension, when we become aware of the purpose of each action, of each thought, of each emotion, we will know that we will not do something which will not serve us. And that's what is happening. So people are becoming conscious about their actions, about their thoughts, about their emotional state. When we become actually conscious about our thoughts and emotional state, we truly want to become more creative with that. Because if we understand that our thoughts and emotions actually are affecting on reality, I will explain how it's possible for those of you who are new to that kind of topics, or maybe just you've heard it before but you still don't believe how it's possible. I will explain you everything, so stay here, we will have some fun. So for those of you who think that our thoughts are really important, it's obviously that we will become more creative with those thoughts, because if my thoughts are creating reality, then I will clearly choose something that I want to experience. I will start thinking what I want to experience. And that's what is happening right now. People are becoming aware of their thoughts. People are becoming aware of their actions. And people are becoming aware of the purpose behind why they are doing what they are doing. So who would go at the job that you hate if you know your purpose? Why you should go somewhere at some places to meet some people that you don't want to meet if you know your purpose? You would not do it because your energy is sacred. Your state of being is sacred. You will place your energy into the things that matter. You will place your energy into what is building your purpose, what is driving you forward. And that's important. So we need to come to that understanding. So let's get back a little bit how our thoughts are actually affecting on reality. Firstly, the new science. Like, most people are not actually aware that the new science knows all about that. The new science have like all the solutions for all the world problems. We actually have all the food that the world needs to survive, to feed all the humanity on the world. We already have it. The new science is a proof of that. They are explaining, they are researching it, they are finding possibilities, opportunities, and they are building it. They are helping to work with that. So it's not a problem anymore. The food is not a problem. The water is not a problem. Money is not a problem anymore. The problem is the way we think. The problem is that people still just look around them and they say, oh, okay, that's my reality. I can't do nothing about it. The problem is in the way we think. So we need to change that, because when people which are on high positions, some great huge companies, when those people will start creating shifts in their minds, they will see that life is actually about unifying. Life is actually about creating the communities which will support each other. It's not about like, I'm better than you, I have more money than you, I'm stronger than you. It's a really old concept from Charles Darwin. The schools are still teaching that, like the theory of evolution, the survival of the fittest. That's the Charles Darwin idea. And we are over that now. We are totally over that, because like, I've explained it before. When we are talking about the survival of the fittest, it means that at one point one person will become the fittest, it will be at the top, it will say, like, he or she will say, I'm the best now, and suddenly that person will become alone. Because who wants to support that ego, the ego-driven person? No one, because we are all about unity. So when one individual becomes alone, there comes depression, there comes stress, there comes loneliness, which is the highest disease right now, loneliness. And we find out that it's truly not about being the strongest. It's truly not about being the fittest. It's about how wise you can share your knowledge. It's about how creatively you can express yourself so you can add something positive to all the community. And new science is all about that right now. So I'm reading a lot about that, and like, for example, Greg Braden is constantly talking about it, and when I see things like that, I see a truly bright future. And it is all happening at the times now, right now, it's all happening now. So those are the shifts. But only people who are willing to open their minds, to brighten up their perspectives, only those people can see it. And we can know, like, wherever you're standing right now, or sitting and enjoying and watching this video, wherever you are, you can know that whatever you can see right now around you, except nature, whatever you can see was once made by somebody with a vision of the future. It's all about that. So if we want to step one step further, we need to have a vision for it. Otherwise, we can just stand here and wait that things will change or go back to normal. Life is not working that way. So it's up to us when we will create those shifts in our minds. Times are changing. Maybe I should change as well. Maybe I should change my perspective as well. Maybe I should add something. Maybe I should think what truly inspires me. Because every time we set questions like that, we will receive answers which will uplift us. We will research. So how our thoughts are affecting reality? Is it true? How my thoughts are creating changes? How my thoughts are affecting on reality? In quantum physics, if we would scan our bodies, if somebody would scan your body, and first of all, just to understand the energy. Energy is made out of electrical waves and magnetic waves. And if somebody would scan your body, you would sooner or later find out that your body is made out of that energy. It is producing electromagnetic field. Your whole body is producing electromagnetic field. In spirituality, it is known as aura. Okay, so when you're thinking the thoughts, you are producing electrical waves. When you're thinking the thoughts, you're producing electrical waves. And in terms of atoms, atom is in quantum physics known as a potential. Atom is known as a potential. And when you're creating those energetic signals, when you're thinking the thoughts, when you have clear intention in your mind, you are sending electrical signals to that atom, and the atom starts sending the signals out. Atom starts sending the signals out. So it means that when you start thinking the thoughts, you start affecting on atoms. And as you know, all physical reality is made out of atoms, and all atoms in quantum world, in quantum theory, are connected together in a certain field. We need to make a whole another video about it. So if all atoms are connected together at the quantum level, there is no space and no time. So it means that when you're affecting with your thoughts on an atom, all atoms are affected by your thoughts. But it's not enough. Your thoughts are just sending the signals. You're not actually changing them. You are triggering them, but you're not changing them. But there comes emotions. So when you're, for example, if I would say to you, hey, you're a bad person, you're not worth it, go home, you're a bad person, what you're doing here. If I would say that to you, you would feel bad emotions. You would feel bad emotions, and if somebody would scan your body, they would sense magnetic signals. So before, when you were thinking, they would sense energetic signals, and now when you're feeling emotions, they would sense magnetic signals. And what is happening in the atom now? The atom is receiving. Magnetic signals are receiving. That's why magnets are receiving. So magnetic signals are receiving them. So when we combine now a clear intention, a clear thought, energetic signal, with emotion which can back up that thought, magnetic signal, we create feeling. And in ancient traditions, they were using mantras and prayers to create that powerful feeling which was designing the reality. And higher that was vibration of that feeling, greater was reality, greater was effect in reality. They were producing those feelings, so they were healing their bodies. They were manifesting rain, so they could make sure that the food will grow. They would make sure that people will be happy, and things like that. So they were using the inner technology to create the results and effects outside of them. And that's the knowledge, the wisdom of the fifth dimension. So that's what is happening. We are now going into that direction. So this is kind of complex topic to talk about, but I'm trying to simplify it. So let me know if it's simplified enough. I can make it more simplified, but we need more time. But we are having fun, so don't worry about the science and all the things right now, because what truly matters right at this moment is what you will do. What will be your next step? In which direction you will go? And what thoughts are running in your mind? Are you accepting the changes? Are you accepting the great shifts? Are you willing to create the changes in your life which will inspire you, which will uplift your spirit, which will support your mission? Because most of the times we want to create changes, we want to grow, we want to manifest great things in our lives. But at the same time, we are not willing to take actions. It's because the emotional charge is not strong enough. We can watch a video like this one here, but if it will not inspire us enough, we will not feel emotions. But then we think we need something outside of us to awaken those emotions. I need another video to awaken the emotions. I need music. I need that to awaken my emotions. And it's great, but actually we are the masters behind it. I've made so many videos about that. We are the masters behind our bodies. Body is a tool of consciousness. Body is a tool of consciousness. You are the consciousness. You are moving your body. You are thinking the thoughts. You are feeling the emotions. So use that tool and create something beautiful, because beauty is all around us. But we need to see it. Who can see it? Only you can see it. You can create it. So use that power. Take your power back, because great times are ahead of us. And we are truly right now, I believe that our generation, and doesn't matter how old you are a part of that generation. Doesn't matter, truly doesn't matter how old you are. You are right now with all of us in those great changes. And I think we can do right now something truly beautiful for the next generation. So we are like a fundamental bridge to design something truly beautiful, so the next generations will be able to grow on that, to grow on those changes. So that's it, my friends. I'm sending you love, I'm sending you power, I'm sending you blessings. Have a beautiful time and enjoy those high vibrations. Enjoy right now with your family and friends in those amazing, unique times. And once again, take your time for meditation. Relax a little bit, just chill out, go into nature, and make those beautiful conversations with yourself, because the greatest technology is already within you. So you can use it, you can talk with it, you can talk with your body, ask what it needs. Ask the universe for guidance. It will always lead you the way. So that's it, my friends. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you power. Once again, have a beautiful time and see you soon. Namaste.